What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome to another video. It's currently Thursday the 27th of July, 24 minutes past midnight, and I am back. I haven't posted any daily reviews this week due to me being away, but I'm back. I'm excited to jump back in the charts, and this video is just going to be a simple daily review. I don't want to say too much, but I do plan on doing a back testing video from the previous week, just running through all the pricing and looking at last week's action in a lot more detail. So keep an eye out for that. But if you look at my community tab, I was saying how I had my eyes on this fair value gap. I wanted to see how price treated the 50% level of it, so I'm just going to mark that out now. I think it was this. It might have been on the daily actually, but we'll drop down to the daily in a second and we can have a better look. But regardless, we do have this weekly fair value gap that you can see we have started with. Well, we've traded to the 50% level off, so we're going to take a look at that at a better level. We're looking at DXY, by the way, and yeah, I hope everyone's well. It's good to be back, and we had the FOMC with the Fed putting up their interest rates again. It's crazy what's going on, to be honest. You can tell there's going to be a lot of effects that are going to come from what they're doing, but it is what it is. Right, let me just mark this out. I'm not doing this right. 0349. I have to make it correct, guys. It drives me insane. Cool, so that's all done. So you can see we traded on Tuesday. Wow, let's drop to the daily. We can have a better look. You can see we traded up to the 50% level and then we closed below the 25% level, and now today we've just traded below, away from it. So this is what I like to see. I've had a bearish bias now for a while, so I was anticipating, some kind of false like retracement. This was a retracement, and I would like to see us start running down for lower prices now. Also, it's important to pay attention. If you looked at last week's video, I did mention this as a potential draw on liquidity because it's a bearish order block, so it's a bullish order block, so I was anticipating it to act as a bearish order block, and as you can see, that's exactly what happened. We traded into it, and instead of trading through it, we traded away from it, so it's acted as a rejection, a bearish order block. So we'll drop down to the 4 hour, and you can see I've got my daily lines delineated, and you can have a better look, and you can see how the volume is remaining below that 25% level. This is the 25% level of that weekly fair value gap, and look how the volume is respecting that, and then we've traded away from it, and we've just had a break in market structure right here. So now I'm anticipating what lower prices and a hunt for some kind of south side liquidity or inefficiency, and this one right here looks very delicious. So we'll jump to the daily very quickly, and I'm going to mark out this fair value gap because this is what I have my eyes set on right now for this week. So tomorrow I'd like to see us trade down into this and fill the fair value gap. If we fill it, then I'd start looking for a potential run into this breaker block and then these lows, but I'm not sure how much is going to get done in this week. So you can see we have a swing. We broke this low, so now in terms of entries, we'd wait for price to trade back into the breaker where we could then short. But remember, this is DXY, so when this trades back into its breaker, we should be looking for longs on Euro USD and GBP USD. So I'm just going to identify the breaker. You can see this action's quite messy, but we look for the last swing low, the last swing low before the break lower. So I believe that's here. Low high break. I believe that's there. But you'll see how this, so if I'll show you now. If we were to draw that out, you can see we've already traded into that and rejected. So I can imagine price is now going to trade into this breaker here, high, low, higher, high break. So I'm expecting us to return to this area. So I'm going to mark that out. And as price trades into this, I'd like to start looking for longs on GBP and Euro. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything really. You can also notice as well, I'll show you from here to here, this was last week's price action. So if we mark out the range of last week, you can see how we've traded above, taken out the highs. So now I'm anticipating us to return back to equilibrium of the range. And if you look at the total range that we have now, you'll see that this fair value gap lines up perfectly with that. And remember, we always anticipate price to at least reach equilibrium. So as I said, once price trades back to the breaker, then I can start to look for lower prices on dollar. And then then obviously that's when we start to look and see if we want to trade any lower than that. But yes, the price is looking very good, to be honest. Typical Persian revert, you'll see that we took sell side liquidity out here. That's nice to see. Buy side liquidity, my bad. Buy side liquidity got tapped there, and we've just taken out this swing low. So now I'm anticipating this swing low to get taken, and then we'll want to see if price wants to rush. If price is going to go down here, it's going to expand lower. But again, tomorrow I'd like to see us start to fill this fair value gap. That's my main target for now. So let's go to GBP and see if we can match the analysis, so to speak. So I do already have some markings on here, as you can see. I'll just start from the weekly and run through it really quickly. So we have this fair value gap. Obviously we've traded through it, both on the upside and the downside, but prices still remained inside. Even this week we traded low, taking out sell stops here, and then we started to trade higher. We traded above the 50% level now, so I'm anticipating us to want to get higher prices, which is again in line with dollar moving lower. And what I want to see is us find support at this 50% level. So now I don't want to see price come back below this 50% level, especially seeing this immediate rebalance here. See how this candle wick trades into this, and then we trade higher. I now don't anticipate price to need to come back down into this area again. If we drop down to the 4 hour, we can have a better look at that. We have order blocks here, so I can mark out. You'll see that I have another marking there from earlier, but I can explain that in another video. There was an entry I took, but this is a bullish order block. I'll mark that out here. So if we drop down to the 1 hour, we need to find is an inefficiency. You can see we have this fair value gap resting here. So there's potential for price to want to draw into that before then trading higher into this buy side liquidity and this massive liquidity void I have here. If we go to the daily, I think it will show up better. Yes, it will. It's just a fair value gap, and you can see we traded up. I just want to see a little retracement, and then I want to see us continue to push and fill in this fair value gap, and then if need be, price will want to continue higher. So yeah, that's pretty much in line with exactly what I'm expecting on dollar. So as dollar trades down into its, where is it? As dollar trades up, into its breaker, which I believe is these swing lows here. As dollar trades up into that, I'd be wanting to see GBP trade down into this fair value gap and this order block, and then I'd want to be buying and pushing higher to take out this buy side liquidity. So pretty simple price action really. Nothing too extravagant. Euro, I haven't actually looked at Euro too much, so let's go to the weekly. I haven't looked at Euro in a while actually. So you can see we've filled in this liquidity void where there's been, liquidity void, but let's go to the daily with a better look. It's pretty much the same thing. We have another fair value gap here, which I'd like to see price reach into. We've just tapped above it, took out a few buy stops, so I'm expecting some kind of retracement. Where to? Well, we have a clear bullish order block here, and we have a break in market structure. Where was the break in market structure? Technically, you could say it was above this swing high, but above this high, we traded, exceedingly higher, creating relative equal highs. Fair value gap resting up there. We've got a bullish order block here. So again, Euro falls into that. Dixie trades into its breaker, and then we'd be looking for buys. This is interesting. I didn't realize this. Price might want to even draw down to there. There's potential for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this, and these relative equal highs to me are looking delicious for buy side liquidity, and then if we go to the 4 hour, we can even mark out this fair value gap that is just complementing the buy side liquidity. Go down to the 1 hour or 15. We'll look at there. We'll look at the 15-minute. So yeah. See, that's pretty much everything. I want to see price come down, grab liquidity, grab stocks, whatever, and then push higher into this buy side liquidity. And that's the same with DXY, hopefully pushing higher into its breaker, high, low, higher, high break. So it's going to be specifically, I'm looking at this candle here. That's what I specifically have my eyes on. But yeah, I am going to be awake for the London session, so I might do some not live streaming, sorry, I might film some price action, but we'll see. So that's everything, guys. This has been GBP baby. Thank you for watching. Hope this was insightful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.